Welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Earl, joined by Alex Lord. The Falcons, one of the most disappointing franchises in the NFL over the last 5 seasons. This is actually an unbelievable stat that I found on Reddit. It has been 2,000 days since the Falcons last had a record over 500, which almost seems impossible. Like not one of the last 5 years they could just start off 1-0, start off 2-1. Start off anything like that, especially when in 2018, even 2019, that was still the last years of Dan Quinn, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. Never once had a record above 500. Now, we've talked highly about the Falcons. We think they're going in the right direction. We both said they're going to make the playoffs this year and probably win the NFC South, which means that record has to end, right? We're not going to have another below 500 team, especially one that never was above 500, win the NFC South. So that has to end, and they got a great chance to end it week 1 against the Panthers and a rookie quarterback in Bryce Young, who actually happened to have the second longest streak of not being over 500 at 627 days. So one of those has to fall. One of those is falling on week 1 because someone has to go one. If we tie, I might lose it. If we tie, I might lose it.
That would be, that would be expected. That would be a Falcons thing to do.
That would be fitting. It would be fitting for those two franchises.
As much as we talk about how spoiled we are as Braves fans, the Hawks and Falcons do enough where we're like, yeah, we deserve this. We deserve this in at least one of our sports. We deserve to just every day expect to win because the Hawks and Falcons haven't done much for us lately. But I think that changes this year for the Falcons. And I don't think it's crazy if if the winner of the NFC South is below 500 at the end of the year, 8-9, something like that. I think the winner of the NFC South will be 9-8. Like, I don't think it'll be anything crazy. They definitely won't win 11 games, 10 games, maybe 10-7. I could see something like that. But I think the Falcons have a great chance. These first four-ish, 5-ish games, the Panthers in the season opener, very winnable game. The Packers, Jordan Love's first real season, though their roster is still playoff worthy. It's just the quarterback position, and a lot of people are just writing them off. I don't think, they should be written off. The Lions, though they are improving, they're still the Lions. The Jags, I think, are going to be a really, really good team, but it's in London. So, you got to consider that, I don't want to say a toss-up, but anything can happen like that. And then you got the Texans, who are, a dumpster fire. So if you can't get 500 over that stretch, I don't know when it's going to come. I think it will come. I think it'll come in week 1. I think that, though Bryce Young is the real deal, we both think he's the real deal. I think the Falcons roster, it is better than the Panthers. The Panthers have some really good pieces on the defensive side of the ball, but their offense leaves a lot to be desired, particularly the skill positions. Yeah, and quarterbacks, especially rookie quarterbacks, cannot do it alone in this league. Where on the contrary, Ritter, he's not very highly touted, but he's got all the pieces. He's got everything he needs to win football games in Atlanta. And it's in Mercedes-Benz. That place is going to be rocking. Bijan Robinson's going to get people in the seats. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting. And I think they win. I think they win the first one. I think they'll probably be like 3-point favorites.
I think they got a great chance of winning against the Packers the next week. I think they have a great chance of starting out 2-0. And like you said, if you can't start out 3-2 with that docket to start the schedule, I know that the schedule is easy this entire season. But if you can't start out 3-2 against those teams, I don't know where you're going to get over 500. And we might be starting the countdown to 3,000 days because we apparently have issues. The defense is not going to come around like we all expect. Desmond Ritter clearly won't be the guy. And then you got to start thinking, hey, we got to find a quarterback or we're never going to be over 500. I mean, I don't even think going to have a situation as good as this one to succeed because the NFC South, Bryce Young is coming, baby. The Bucks aren't going to be rebuilding forever. They're eventually going to find a quarterback. The Saints will get out of cap hell maybe someday. Someday they might stop kicking the can down the road. But the NFC South's never going to be any worse. The schedule's never going to be any easier. If you can't go over 500 against this, you are making some mistakes. And then we're going to start talking about hot seats. I know Arthur Smith's not on it yet, but if he can't succeed this year and at least push for a playoff spot and get over 500s at different points, I don't know how he survives. I don't know. I don't think he survives.
He's definitely not on the hot seat now, but if he
not this year, but like it's going to be next year's do or die. Like if you don't make the playoffs this year, next year's got to be do or die.
Yeah, and you said it. There's never been if not now, when. I get, Desmond Ritter, they're just like all rookie quarterbacks, he is a rookie quarterback, basically. There's going to be ups and downs. He's not going to come out here and just be, the guy. But he's just got to be enough. Because like we said, the defense is going to be much improved. It's not going to be a top 5 defense in football, but it's going to be vastly
should be top 15. Like, I think we can expect it to be top 15.
I think top 15. The investment you put in on that side of the ball, draft picks, free agency, they traded for Jeff Okudah. We have got to start seeing some results. And the offense, we all know, I think it's going to be one of the best teams or one of the best groups in football if Desmond Ridder can just do enough. But like I said, it was one of the most efficient run games in football last year. And I know Marcus Mariota played a part in that, but he also held them back in the passing game. If Desmond Ridder can just piece together a couple of drives, a couple of big-time throws, and we saw flashes. There were definitely some concerning turnovers.
Moments at the end of the year.
He had moments. There were definitely some turnover-worthy throws. I know we all hang our hats on he didn't turn over the ball, but he should have. There were multiple interceptions thrown that just weren't caught. He just got to limit the turnover-worthy plays. And just get the ball in these guys' hands. I mean, we've got studs that can make plays with the ball in their hands. That's all he's got to do.
And just complete wide open passes. I mean, we saw Marcus Mariota miss time and time again. I mean, dude, there's going to be guys running free off this run game. And Arthur Smith knows how to dial up some play actions. He's going to make things easier on Ridder. Don't turn the ball over, complete easy passes. Play better defense because, hey, run the ball, play defense. That's a formula for a lot of success in this league. That can get you over 500, and I think they will be over 500, as we've said. Coming up after the break, we're going to talk about Bryce Ball getting let go by the Cubs.